Informative topics about the way that we live life. Start your day positively after having a good night. Dive into your work day from a good height. If you need a morning show, to go down with your morning cup of joy show. Learning what we is the way to go. Oh, 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 oh. If you need a morning show, to go down with your morning cup of joy show. Learning with we is the way to go. Oh, oh, oh. If you need a morning show, to go down with your morning cup of joy show. Climbing with we is the way to go. Oh, 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 oh. So if you want good vibes on real good life, informative topics about the way that we live life. Start your day positively after having a good night. Dive into your work day from a good height. If you need a morning show, to go down with your morning cup of joy show. Climbing with we is the way to go. Oh, 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 oh. If you need a morning show, to go down with your morning cup of joy show. Climbing with we is the way to go. Oh, 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 if you need a morning show, to go down with your morning cup of joy show. Climbing with we is the way to go. Oh, 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 oh. So if you want good vibes on real good life, informative topics about the way that we live life. Start your day positively after having a good night. Dive into your work day from a good height. If you need a morning show, to go down with your morning cup of joy show. Climbing with we is the way to go. Oh, 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 oh. If you need a morning show, to go down with your morning cup of joy show. Climbing with we is the way to go. Oh, 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 if you need a morning show, to go down with your morning cup of joy show. Climbing with we is the way to go. Oh, 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 oh. So if you want good vibes on real good life, inform.
Good morning. I didn't realize I had this thing playing on a loop over and over.
Oh, morning, morning, morning.
I apologize. Can't see Jack. Oh.
Check one, check two, check microphone, check.
Good morning, Big Al.
Morning, my brother. Dr. Q, good morning to you.
Ah, Big Al, Big Al, Big Al. You sent me that music,
Yeah,
for lack of a better word. And
If I had to hear it, you had to hear it.
ah,
If I had to see it, you had to see it. Morning, Israel. Yeah. Staying the pain. You had coffee after that?
trying to the coffee and all the TCC.
You had to take a Panadol after that, but
Boy,
Panadol and Imodium. That might be the better thing, Imodium.
Imodium ED.
I'm real mad.
I mean, oh Jojo Morning, when it comes to soca and carnival, what? happening to Soca and Carnival Day? Could we talk about people from other Caribbean islands trying to play Trinidad and Tobago? Dr. Q come off award to this.
I wonder if she can handle what we heard.
Well, that's not in the same vein because that actually coming out of Trinidad and Tobago, believe it or not. So, because I think we give other islands props, we do. But in typical Trinidad fashion, we're very accommodating. You don't like bouillon.
Well, you're going to love what we heard this morning.
Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. I don't have time to doctor it and edit it to suit not to be able to for our consumption, you know.
What about that?
Yeah, I didn't have time for that, but I mean, what do you think about that fella explaining himself?
How?
I don't know. I don't know that there is an explanation for that.
How you explain that? How?
Well, it had to have a reason. It had to have a reason why these things exist. This person had to have a creative process.
You're being generous with it. You're being generous. Shock and awe. That is what I have to say about that.
Nah, that is not. It shouldn't be shock and awe because it's been consistent every year.
But you don't hear our point there.
So the shock. There's no real shock factor there. I'm not shocked. The awe is there, but the shock is not there. I'm not shocked.
Boy, yeah.
You know. Do better. Okay. Too early, but do better. Maybe do better. Well, do better. Right? You'd see. You would have heard a song this morning that. Do better. Well, do better. Do better. Do better. You know, I forget to send it for Kiki. I should have sent it for Kiki. You know, Kiki.
If we heard it, you had to hear it.
You know what? I wonder if I can send it for you real quick. Let me see. Kiki, listen to this song.
Morning, Kevin.
Listen to this song, Kiki. And morning, Miss I.P. Jones. Kelly Roach, good morning. First Lady, Dale. Kevin, Dr. Q, everybody on the inside. Which one? The one I say he not pulling out because he'll be.
No.
J Lion, nah.
Not another one.
What did Kevin?
That baby father thing.
Nico,
make
morning.
A little more sense. A little more sense.
Let me tell you.
I might suppose Kevin if you hear that thing.
I sent it to them this morning.
Okay. All right.
J Lion done hear it.
He did.
Kiki. I try. We could tell by Kiki. We would tell by Kiki face if she heard it or not. Huh? Kevin, see, don't trip. Kiki face is going to say it all. Pay attention to Kiki. Kiki, you just sent it. That's not it. She didn't see it. Oh, you saw it? Huh?
Yeah, I just sit there guessing.
Yeah, she didn't watch it yet. I could tell by her face. Miss
Brother,
Jones
what's the
want to
weather
hear
like
it.
when you're in?
Huh?
What's the weather like when you're in still?
You just like to remind me about this weather.
I'm just trying to brighten your day. It's a little better, bad.
Well, the 13-degree clothes slapping in my face as usual.
Oh boy.
It's supposed to be...
No, Dr. Q, we can't play that. There's no reasonable way to edit that to make it
Yeah, we
suitable.
can't really...
You have to do like James Brown and put a sheet over it. And export it off the stage.
Nikita Paul, good morning. Good morning, watchers. We didn't really into our topic today. We just kind of KK watching it and probably poking out our eyes right now. All right.
I have a couple of things
I
about
would tell Ole where to find it. Let me see who posted. Who was the original poster of it? Was it him? It was him. So here, go on Trinidad Madman page, see his latest song, and come back and tell us what you think about it. Now, understand, Trinidad Madman, he's consistent in what he does. But I mean, I guess if we had to talk about it, we had to talk about it, you know. There's no getting around it. Yeah. If you had to talk about it, we had to talk about it. It is what it is, you know. And now we can watch KK Face. And KK Face, Dale say he wouldn't even bother. Dale boy.
Humorous now, humorous.
Yeah, just check it out now, Dale. Dr. Q say 5 seconds.
Okay, we need your face with
Yeah,
the
we need a
comment too.
facial
Okay.
expression.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. One for all.
Right? It's hey, but alright. Let me ask Ole a question. Ole doesn't want to know why. Ole doesn't want to know why, boy. Like, would that be would that be a good interview? Would Trinidad Madman be a good interview? What do you think? Dr. Q used the same word I use, desecrated.
She used the same word in truth.
Yeah, that's why I see it. You understand? But you see,
Desecrated.
oh, he said, don't bring that man here. I mean, he just passed through. I've seen him in the comments already. He's passed through. Me and Trinidad man, we have a real weird history. 1 minute we good, next minute we ain't
You get
good.
block letters, eh? Dr. People back in
I
block
heard you.
letters.
You understand? Let me see what Nikita was.
Well, I have two things on
Real
my mind
quick,
as I
real-
mentioned to you.
Let me just hear what Nikita want to say real quick before we get into it.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I sent a request by mistake. Sorry.
Oh, nah, this happened. I thought you had something to say about.
I was
we
moving
thought-
away.
Morning, Sean.
No, I just joined and I didn't. That's why I was asking what's the topic.
Well-
So I was moving away from the noise and in walking
yeah.
away. I
Nah, this
apparently
happened, this
sent a
happened.
request.
This
So
happened, though.
what's the question?
We sending all on a mission. We go on Trinidad Madman's page, check out his new song, and you know, give him a critique, give him a something, and then let us know. You know, let us know. Come back and let us know in the comments how you understand.
Remember your lyrics, you know.
based based on the comment that I'm seeing, I think I prefer not to curl my hair.
I mean, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Are we doing? Yeah, you know what? I'll get it up. All right, all right. All right, Nikita. So, all right, let me get into it. I just drop in here for a second here, Nikita. A couple of people wanted to come up. Dr. Q want to come up. Miss IP Jones come up. But here we're going. Let me don't get out to too much energy. We had to mention it because we saw it and we had to make Ole see it because, you know, his family, Ole had to see it. We feel our way, Ole had to feel our way too. From a cultural point of view. Yeah, call that to it, Dr. Q, because I have a feeling we could segue into that, but we have some stuff here to deal with. Big, I'll take it away because I know you had something. And just before Kiki jumped down my throat, I did play the jingle over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, you did.
We might need a secondary jingle, and our jingle starting to get my kind of. Anyway, yeah. What jingle? You never heard the morning show jingle, Sean?
I might be able to listen to play it again.
Jesus Christ.
If you need a morning show to go down with your morning cup of Jordan show, liming with we is the way to go.
All right, pull up that. Yes, big Al. I see he going off camera. He might be doing something. Yeah, that jingle was written by yours truly, but I think I hear it so much now it's starting to weigh on me. Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, big Al. So you wanted to dive into something.
So, good morning again, folks. We are in Black History Month, something that is really celebrated mostly in the US. But all the same, it doesn't stop us from Trinidad and Tobago from recognizing. All right. I saw an article recently, a couple of articles, where the suggestion is made that we're getting closer to having direct, non-stop flights, that is, from Port of Spain to Ghana. And I'm wondering, that route would usually take you through the UK, perhaps be about 18 hours plus, depending on who you travel with.
Right.
I'm wondering, would you consider skipping your carnival? Or you might, would you consider skipping your carnival, let's say in 2027, for the chance to go on a safari across the Atlantic in Ghana, visit some of the slave castles, they call them, to visit the motherland in February next year? How you feel about that idea?
Well, with somebody such as myself who has missed Carnival for the last, I think, like 22 consecutive years, that's going to be a strong no from me. All right? I am not going to leave the comfort of my home to go on a safari to risk my life against what animals and tigers and leopards and bears and thing, when I could leave my house and go to the jungles of Trinidad and Tobago and be on a safari with all kind of cougars and lions and tigers and bears. You know, if I wanted that kind of danger in my life, I will go Trinidad and just go and lime on the beat up.
Yes, Dale, we could go now. It doesn't have to be on safari, you know, Presley. There are other things to see in Ghana.
Supposedly, I read somewhere that supposedly Ghana, with everything that's happening in the United States, Ghana is supposed to not. Well, actually, it wasn't Ghana. It was Nigeria. It's
Really good.
supposed to be the in a couple of years. It's supposed to be the alternative to like New York City, where it will be a hub for fashion and tourist activities and stuff. And with that, Nigeria has a civil war going on. See, I tell you, that's strong no for me. I good.
Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigeria. But all right, Ghana. I remember
Ghana.
our friend, Miss Sharon. Sharon went to Ghana maybe 2 years ago, and she shared her journey. Each step of the way. And Ghana looked nice. It looked real nice. It's someplace I would go. Would I go for Carnival 2027? Absolutely not. Would I go on some
Outside of
other
Carnival.
outside of Carnival? Yeah, sure. Why not? And as an alternative to the United States, I think it's a good idea. You never know.
Yeah.
Kevin wants to go to Congo. Kevin?
Kevin, there's a whole love story between me and Sean this morning. Not this morning alone, but I reading. Like we're getting closer to
Oh,
Valentine's
so that's
Day.
what's going on here. Okay. Right. So, just real quick, is there anybody only would like to, did you do better section? Anybody only would like to just shout out and just tell them do better. Alright? Do better. Like, I might get cussed for it, but I nothing. Trinidad Madman, do better. Do better. Sean, you could come up on the condition that you're not going you're not going on down the line.
Pinky promise.
Somebody said KPB do better. Wait, where's she going? Just now. Wait. Somebody said TTPS do better. Where's she going? Sean, where you going? I think she was intending to shut down the live. So, Wendell.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Sean.
Morning, Shan.
Morning.
Morning.
Shan, who you want to tell do better this morning?
I don't mean this in any way, but I mean, if the person take it, if they get offended, that's small thing. But I want to say, KK do better. Yesterday came live, and you had a little attitude on thing, and
Harry will do better though.
yeah, you didn't need to, cause you have people vibing with you and thing. You was in a little bad mood, so I just want to tell you do better in terms of if you're not in the mood, and it have people around you that want to be around you and thing. Let's say don't come online, stay off, relax yourself, get over where you are to thing. Because if you realize I did not come on, because I don't want, and you realize I say I don't want that energy around me, yeah. I still love you, but yeah, do better with regards to that.
No,
Respectfully.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Do better, KK. You see, Nade? Do better. All right. You know what? I like that. We could hold each other accountable. Do better. You understand?
Yeah. I know I really wasn't.
I like that,
wasn't
I like that.
off mode.
And we all have bad days. We understand that, KK, but do better. If you know you ain't feeling it, just stay off the people internet. Stay off Beyonce internet with that kind of vibes. Ain't nothing. That's what friends are for. I like that. And only see that, right? You know I'm glad Sean do that. That was a perfect example of somebody calling somebody out. You see, they ain't cuss each other, they ain't fight, they ain't I lock off you and this and that. You hear what she said? She gave her criticism, and then she said, you know what, I still love you. And that is the kind of conversations we need to have. You understand? You could talk to somebody without talking down to them. You understand? You can be civil. You understand? And then still express your love for, you understand? Still express your love for that person. I love you, but you're nonsense. And it's a cool see. Say that again, Sean.
You could drop me.
Oh, I got you. All right. Right, there's no scene. I like that. I love that. I love that. Big up Sean one time. I love that. Big up Sean. I love that. And big up Kiki for not beating up and tooting. And, you understand? And being, you know,
No, I
adult.
was wrong. I know I had an attitude. Why would I be wrong and strong at the same time? That makes no sense.
Exactly. Right. So, Dr. Q, you really want to talk about this bouillon thing, boy? Yeah.
Tell Wassa to do better.
Oh, we still doing better.
Wassa
Wassa
do
do better. You know
Wassa
you know who
on
need to
the
do better? I want to tell my dog Milo do better. Come here, Milo. Come here. Well, you know Milo is our resident dog on the show. And he like to come down here and bother me and make a sort of noise. And then love up on me. That's our mascot. Milo, right? Milo. And look, everybody's defend Milo. No, don't be on Milo. Leave Milo alone.
Ah, don't be on him.
He go like, yeah, Milo, you are real fans, though. You see you? All it is, look, left him. Nobody don't see when this dog misbehaving. Milo, do better, all right? I needed to do better.
You gotta get Milo a
misbehaving.
camera and a microphone and
Yeah.
script.
Milo gonna be our man on the street. We're gonna send Milo to interview some dogs out there and find out what really going on outside there. You know? Right, Milo?
411.
Where is he 411? I'm not gonna lie. Today gonna be kind of fluid because I really don't like my topic for today. I don't like it. It's not engaging. It's kind of boring. I just wanted to speak about Trinidad and Tobago. Wait, people in Trinidad. Dr. Q, you gotta come up and give me more about that because, yeah, I'm not satisfied with the thing for today. So we have themes for every day. Today is supposed to be, today's Wednesday, so it'd be current events and hot takes. So, wow.
Just talk about that.
Where is he? I'm just a little better. Yeah, Dr. Q, give me a little more context, give me a little more depth to this subject. 'Cause it seemed like it's something we could get into. Really?
Milo, good morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you all having a good day, a good start to your day.
Everybody say leave my
I think, for the past couple of years, I think we're trying to commercialize a lot of things in Trinidad and Tobago. I think when we're doing that, we're losing the historical and the cultural context of who we are as a people, right? For instance, just one example, Carnival has always been something for the people, but now people want to very much tourist or tourist, make it very touristy, right? People want to sell experiences. People do not want to actually capture what is Carnival and the historical nuances to what it is, right? I understand, we have Kambule, something that needs to be highlighted a lot more. The different traditional masks and things like that. We have devolved into just feathers, beads, and other stuff, and that's not really what it is about. I think people too. How to put this, boy? I don't want to offend anybody, but I think people, in terms of soca from other islands as well. I know when the one we was talking about bouillon is not really soca and has not evolved out of soca, but people are comparing it to soca and putting it under the genre of soca, and that is not how soca came about. Soca is about telling a storytelling, right? It comes from Calypso, it comes from Kaiso. It was just put to one more, the road, and from what I learned from other people who have heard soca is that it's happy music. It's music that elevates people's mood. it it tells so many stories, right? And now people, I think they want to make versions or whatever they want to call it, and I think they're desecrating the genre. And then what you sent me to listen to this morning to desecrate um that song the way that that person did it,
Right.
I really don't appreciate it because our legends deserve a lot more. Because I appreciate how Sherwin Winchester, Baron, and Young Brother came together on a Baron
So
song.
they remake the
That's
bar. Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, that was
Okay.
that is beautiful. And the same thing that they
So
do with Super Crew. So yeah,
our very own Jay Lion would have kind of getting a little hot water yesterday. He kind of spoke about it yesterday. He made a video kind of criticizing the bouillon thing. And people would have expressed, you know, and they kind of put him in his place.
But he
With-
apologized.
Yeah, and he did apologize. He did apologize. That's the big part, right? From my understanding, what's going on with the bouillon is that traditional music from Dominica. Is highly kind of like French influence because of their French, they were colonized by the French. But it's not necessarily soca. The bouillon sound is a certain sound, a certain instruments, whatever. It has since been infused with soca music and confused with soca music. But to say bouillon in its true form is not soca. It's two different things, right? I think a more apt term for certain songs would be like bouillon soca, and that in itself would be a subgenre of soca, whether we like it or not, because in the vein of soca, right, and carnival, whether we like it or not, that's what it is. It's a subgenre, right? For some reason, and it seemed to be culturally on their side, they choose to take their music and sing more, what would you call that? Kind of slackness, vulgarity, whatever it is. And it's not just one person doing it. Yeah, more explicit stuff. It's not just one person doing it. It's multiple people doing it. But what we learned through Jay Lion's experience is that by and large, not everybody is with that. Same way we have people from Trinidad and Tobago that are trying to curse something in the soca now. Right? They're trying to add the cussing and evil, Trinidad and Tobago, culturally, we are very... What was that?
Passive?
Not just passive, and I don't want to use the word decent for it to be confused around calling, Dominica people indecent. But we believe in double entendre.
Conservative.
So we're more on the conservative side. We will deliver something cheeky in a real. We'll find a creative way to get that message across. So Kenny J will say in our paranga, "War may brush neighbor," but he's singing a song about painting a house. But colloquially, we know where he's going with that. You understand? So we believe in the double entendre. They are a little more in your face with it. They're saying what they have to say. It is what it is. And I was I'm not there, and I plan to really dive into it more. Where, how do these things exist? How do you get this on radio? I mean, we have social media now to spread the stuff, but you can't tell me they're playing this on Dominican radio.
No way.
You understand? And I see little children singing the song. That's what's going on over there. And we can't really, unless you're over there or you have somebody over there to tell you what is going on over there, maybe we could get somebody that could give us more insight into that culture. I will feel around and see if we could find anybody that we could bring on the show to probably give us a little more insight into it. Everything we say in here is kind of speculative. When it comes to Fireball would have mentioned
that they exist because somehow there's a market for it.
there's There is
There's a market for it. So,
people don't want to think about lyrics anymore. You know, when you go in a fete and you have alcohol in your head and you don't want to think about if you could think and whatever jam and wine thing going on. People don't want to
we're
think
going for
about it.
rhythm and shock value then.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's all right. And bringing it because Dr. Q would have mentioned our artists here. Let me use Iowa George. Yeah, Kevin. Iowa George. Bring up Kevin. Iowa George. Iowa George get ostracized, right? Right through. Oh, he's singing this. Oh, he's singing that thing. He's only singing about water, however. You know what I have never seen? I've never seen Iowa George go on a stage and flop. When Iowa George goes on the stage with the same songs that they're saying is garbage and the same song that is all about water, however, all hands in the air, everybody jumping. He's a vibe. You understand? So, look, Voicey, yeah. We had the younger ones coming up. The young brother doing amazing. Voicey doing amazing. Who's the other young one coming up? I want to highlight this guy, this young guy. He just did a song with Marshall, Paris Coutin.
Yeah.
People saying, oh, well, Marshall don't do anything for anybody. You're seeing where he bringing up the younger ones. You understand? So, just give. I think we have to give it some time and some faith. And a lot of these Trinidad people going to cross over. You understand? What people fail to remember, and I was there, so I can remember this. So in the 90s, we had something called the Kiskadee Caravan. Kiskadee Caravan would have bred artists like General Grant, Sister Run, Super Child, Home Front with Ozzie Merrick, and all these other people, right? A lot of them start off as Ataclan. A lot of these guys started off as hip hop artists. A lot of these guys started off in the dancehall, Yardfall crew, and it was quality music. Even though it was different genres, not native to us, it was quality music. They prove, if you go back to the music of that era, they prove that good music, quality music that could stand up next to the international artists can exist in Trinidad, can be made in Trinidad and be put out there. They were kind of ahead of their time. The person that just missed that bandwagon was Bunji Garlin, right? Bunji Garlin was actually part of a duo, Ninja Cat and Bunji Garlin. R.I.P. to Ninja Cat, right? Bunji Garlin was singing. Menace M1, yeah. Bunji Garlin was singing more of a dancehall, bounty killer kind of vibe. And slowly, he created his own lane. Now he's full-fledged soca. And now he's a pillar in the soca thing. So why would we believe that none of these young people up here can do that? Young brother. And to show that we're not biased here, because I know somebody going to call Trinidad Man and say, boy, Prezi was going on. Prezi was talking to Trinidad Man going to come, he going to cuss me, he's always cuss me. And me and he will get back good, and all will be well. At the end of the day, I'm a brother. Me and Trinidad, that is somebody I consider. I'm a boy. Right? He go cuss me, but I nothing. Young brother was singing Slackness too, no?
Yeah.
And the right people, you get the right people around him to channel his talent in the right direction.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now he's the biggest thing. I would love to see the same thing happen to Trinidad Madman, because Trinidad Madman is a very talented individual. He's a seasoned recording artist. He knows the industry. He don't feel he just doing this thing and he don't know what he's doing. And I just think he probably looking for the wrong kind of attention. But if Trinidad Man really wanted to make a song and make it a hit, he could. He could. He have that kind of talent. Right? And if I'm not mistaken, I heard a whisper that he doesn't even write songs for people. On the quiet side. So, don't know how true that is, but if it is, there you go. That Kevin, you had something.
He was there first, so I don't know if he had something to say. I don't
Who?
know why I'm doing that. But
Say that?
Dale.
Just
Dale.
no.
I saw Dale there.
Just no.
However,
Listen, who gave gratuity to the boy, Charlie?
fresh.
Who gave gratuity to the boy, Charlie?
The
Let me mind
what
the
I wanted
business.
to ask, because I saw somebody said it in the comments now, right? You hear me?
Yeah, we in it.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah.
How do we define vulgarity?
How do we define vulgarity?
I want us to think about what it is we define as vulgarity and what we place as vulgarity. Because, what is vulgarity?
Well,
I will give all the things to think about it.
Well, vulgarity would be, in my mind, a set of words, phrases, behavior that is outside of what society subscribe to. What we subscribe to as being
Decent.
ethical and decent and normal, right? So from society to society, vulgarity may differ. Not me, it actually differs. But
Yeah,
it's actually
it does.
differs. But for the space that we in, Trinidad and Tobago,
So-
certain things just don't fly.
Right.
Go back to the days of Jim
And that is
Gonzalez
basically
and so forth
determined.
on radio and David Elcock. You know, we get some of those standards from both markets and industry. And we still have laws against cussing the police. Also, Dale? Right? So, Dale, sorry, Kevin. In as much as we still have some of those laws, and there's still a level of inertia when it comes to certain laws in Trinidad and Tobago. That is what we get from those standards of back in the colonial days that we still uphold.
Right.
It's an interesting question.
Right. So there is a clear not only definition, but there are laws that guide us on what vulgarity is, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So therefore, in Trinidad and Tobago, there is a line we shouldn't cross, no matter what, because it's law, and society more or less deems it as vulgar.
Okay.
So there's clear there are some things that are lawful.
Right.
In another country, that would not be considered as vulgarity.
True.
But to us, it is what our society deems as decent and whatever. You see where I'm going with it, right?
Okay.
Right. but-
So,
and
Kevin, where's the law on? I don't want to say vulgar. So that law, Lady Graham Morning, what would be the law? That line you're talking about that shouldn't be crossed. Where's the law with respect that lines up with that line we shouldn't
So
cross?
let me pull it up and I'll let you know.
or for that matter, how do we apply-
Morning, Mel.
Because
do you-
I remember years ago in Trinidad we had a concert with DMX. God rest his soul. And I remember DMX, he's cursing his songs, and I remember he cursed on the stage. And in very short order, some very smart looking police officers would have escorted him off the stage. And he got arrested
Yeah.
Because they're dotish.
for
Because they're
using
dotish. There wasn't to look him up. They're dotish.
obscene language.
They're dotish. They're
You
dotish.
understand?
No, they're dotish.
So why you saying that?
I want to get it and read it for you. I'm dotish.
Right. So,
And when
It must be to the annoyance. It must be to the annoyance of the general public. What he was doing in his songs was not annoying people because it was in a concert. And I'm going to get it to read it. That's what makes it different. I'm going to get it.
That's curious because I view a concert as a public event.
Right.
The public pay to be
Do
patrons.
you remember when Lloyd Stiff was arrested for using?
Did the public say it was annoying? Annoying?
Really? I didn't know that happened.
No
Wendell.
public annoyed by it?
That part. I'll get you on that part. Where's the complaint?
Lloyd Stiff would
Who's the
actually be a
complainant?
very good friend of mine. I'd ask him about that Wendell.
Who was the complainant? Correct
Who was
is
the
right.
complainant? I like that argument.
Yeah. I
And
believe.
this is and as Kevin looking for the audit this is the 2 points I want to touch on, right? That coming back to that also. You see, we talking about, remember in the 80s when Crazy sang a song and the Barney song, and a Calypsonian came and write a calypso and said the band Crazy moment part. Remember that, right?
What was that song there? What was that
because
song
on
there
that
that
time,
band? Was it Cash It?
She wasn't she?
Drive
I
It.
want me to take
I
it
remember the name of the song,
that
but-
one? I can't remember.
Wait, was it Drive It?
But the thing about the Calypsonian wrote,
I remember.
the
Yeah.
Calypsonian wrote a song, and he went on stage and he sang the song saying the band Crazy Woman Part. I don't know if I can see the word here, right?
Right.
And it was accepted in the Calypso, but it wasn't accepted in the soca to be played on the radio. Because back then it wasn't a thing. Because with those it has been indecent.
Right.
Imagine, you cannot curse, is annoying some people, whatever, the law is like that. But you could sit down in a public space and listen to a man playing on the radio or playing on his car songs with explicit music, and
Right.
nothing is being done about it. But if I stand up in public and I tell a man, boy, hold your mother so and so, and I and he having we little thing together, and it's both of us alone, police want to run up on me
To charge.
and deal with me.
Well, Kevin,
That's
will pull
all
up
I'm
the law,
saying.
and I think it's
That's what I'm
probably.
going.
Tell me,
probably
when
obvious.
I could go through. Tell me.
Where's the next point there?
So under the,
Oh,
sorry.
Go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead.
Now, let Kevin go first. The next point is concerning the carnival thing where I'm just
Yeah.
going up.
All right.
So under the Summary Offences Act 1102, it is a criminal offence to use obscene, indecent, or profane language to the annoyance of residents or people in a public place. Now, how the law defines annoyance, it is not always necessary to prove a specific person was annoyed. The language must simply be calculated to cause annoyance to the public. Alright? The offense, just now, the definition is it covers insult.
Oh, shut. Sorry, there, Kevin. Just now. Turn back on your mic there, Kevin. Sorry. I meant to mute my mic. Sorry.
So it covers insulting, violent, or profane language used in public streets, cause or spaces that causes or is likely to cause a breach of peace. So if I'm using it, it must cause a breach of peace. In a concert, what is the breach of peace you're causing when you use it?
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
daily
we
line.
should know pieces are concert.
Is a concert, so then the officers and them dotish.
No, but wasn't the line before that speaking about the use of profanity?
Yeah.
Right.
Within
Use,
itself.
In
but
the-
it
within
must
the
be to
music.
the annoyance. No. Within music, to the annoyance.
So profanity
must be
without
annoying.
annoyance is okay.
Yeah.
So if you right, so basically, if you
Now,
use
Denise
if you use profanity and
Any language.
nobody any
language.
offensive, profane, vulgar language, and nobody's annoyed, everybody's okay with it, then it is lawful.
And it's not breached of peace. It is
And
not.
it didn't,
and it doesn't
it didn't
breach
breach the peace. Then it's lawful. So,
You see,
and let me ask you
it's
just
all
now,
about
Adele, I just want to ask this for the people out there who feel, because you know it's how people is walk around and feel they know the law. And I don't want somebody to say, hear this and feel, well, boy, I could go and tell a man 2 more than a tanty,
Nobody can do that.
And you understand?
Nope.
So how does that work? And we go kind of stray from the music and think a little bit.
Again.
But just for the everyday man who
Again.
walking around there, where's the law about obscene language here? You know, you get with a man, you cuss him in public or something. Where's that law?
Because now it breaches peace. So if it is, you say something to me and use profane language to me, where now I want to fight you, you have breached peace.
Okay.
But I can argue that is on you. Why you want to
This
fight?
is where,
That is on
that's the
you. I
point.
guess you said
That's the
words.
point. Language that incites. Right. That is the point of what they're trying to say. If it's inciting, it inciting violence, it inciting you to breach your peace.
Okay. Remind me to introduce.
It's your technical it is.
Yeah, that kind of murky for me. I don't know if everybody out there getting it, but let me be exercise that caution what we
So
say
it's like
outside in the public.
Yes. Right. So the thing is, just how we speak to people on a daily basis, one must be careful of what you are speaking, how it incites another individual.
Right.
Remember, it's all about keeping peace.
Okay.
Sometimes we think telling a man, but you're a fool. Calling a man fool could lead to that.
Right. So
And
even
if
that
you
that
charge
that
and do
could
some
be
offenses,
can that be seen as offensive language?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a fool.
Wow. All right. So let me go back to Dale point now. Dale, get back into where you wanted to get back into.
There's a lot because there's a gray area. You can open up my eyes and now understand why
now.
Denise Belfort was
Just now,
arrested
Jay,
for
just now.
ladies' night out.
Morning.
Just not there. Just now. The offenses also covers not speaking, but singing songs or displaying indecent, obscene words or figures in public. So again, how you present, what you say, and how it affects the general public or individual cause now breaching peace, you will get charged.
So how come when a DJ
That's a
play
question
music,
here.
how come when a DJ play music in the public space, it are cursing in it? How I don't know of anybody ever getting locked up for that. Wouldn't that be the same? Can it be the
Again,
same thing?
Listen, key thing is,
Or it's not seen as a
when
breach of the
something is
peace?
said to you, because you are not going to cause no violence. If the girl now come, you say, but Kevin, all your mother's on, so think
Right.
and now I pick up a stone to hit him.
Right.
Breach of peace.
Breach of peace. Okay, got you. So
It's
it
a
kind of
breach
incited
of
us.
peace is the key objective in that.
Right.
So if the DJ playing the cuss music and fight break out, then they can lock him up.
Then they could deal with him.
Well,
And especially if the high
It's a breach peace. But I have a question though.
That's a gray area now.
Just now, Tanika,
What is-
let Dale finish. Dale had one more
I
thing.
agree. Why agree?
Yeah, when I say a gray area, because if you don't understand it lawfully, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. Because people hearing certain things and reading without understanding can go there and start to do a set of nonsense and try to code the law and not understand the full essence of the law. And they could get themselves in a lot of problems.
So then,
Same face.
so then it's not great. It is your responsibility to find the understanding of it.
but
That is why
Okay.
law is available to everybody to access, and they show you the definitions in the law itself.
Right.
All right. Well, let me just say this before. I don't want to take up too much of Prezi time. When TK was talking about culture and Kambule and the traditional mass dying off and not being taken, that is not entirely on anybody more than. I know there are traditional mass bands who actually give out costumes for free and urge persons to come and urges persons to come and play traditional mass. And there are a lot of them give out their costumes for free just to keep the whole culture alive. Kambule is not even dying. Cambodia is actually growing and growing in a magnificent way. Cambodia is one of the biggest events that is have leading up to Carnival. And here I said leading up to Carnival when it comes to the whole culture and understanding Carnival. This year they are on TikTok and they have opened up a whole new market. Right? I think what people have to realize is that the beads and all these different things, they have their generation. That younger generation, that is into the whole party and looking a certain way, they would remain in that mindset. But it also have a lot of young people, and the majority of people in Cambodia and who play traditional mass now are actually between the ages of 18 to 35. If you watch a Cambodia rehearsal right now, the majority of the participants is between 18 to 35. So the tradition is being passed on, the culture is being passed on. We just have to tap into it and really make an effort to understand where it is at this point in time. I just thought I wanted to say on that.
Right.
I just wanted to add, as Dale said with that, well, just to share a little light, my sister right now in Canada, she does storytelling of speaking about traditional mass and where Carnival came from. So today, I actually got a video where it is that she was in a class where she's teaching about Carnival, the origins, and all these things. So I felt proud that that these things are being taught and passed on in the school systems and all of these things because it's Canada and predominantly most of the people are white people, but they are blacks as well. But to pass on this, I felt really good to see that this is carrying on. And secondly, I have a question as it pertains to law. What law does it have in terms of explicit dressing? Like, if it is there any law pertaining towards that? And the camouflage law. I want to know if it is that is such a law.
You're taking us all over the place, Tanika. We got to stay on topic. We can't stray from the topic too, but we're really talking about the music. But I guess we could, under the umbrella.
Well,
under the
yeah,
umbrella
I don't want to
culture.
stray too much. Yeah.
I don't want to stray too far. I'm glad Jay came. Jay, if you could, real quick, can you re-summarize what happened with the whole Bouillon thing when you would have made a video and people kind of reacted to it and they educated you on what is going on with Bouillon? Because that came up again earlier. I don't know how much you saw, but if you could just revisit that story again, just to give us it again and what they educated you on with the Bouillon.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, sorry, I could not join earlier. I had a little emergency I had to take care of, but that's good right now. So, to get into what Presley's asking, so, I made a video about Bouillon because I find like the Bouillon music I am hearing, the Bouillon music that's showing up on my timeline is this really vulgar, smutty, nasty. It has no substance to the lyrical content of the Bouillon then. And then Dominicans came into saw the video, and well, of course there are some that they pissed off. They're like, well, you're only showcasing the bad ones, but days were coming up. But there are ones that are also saying, Jay Lion, no, we frown upon this kind of lyrical content in Bouillon. You need to go and listen to this kind of Bouillon. And when I venture over and I started listening to the ones that they recommended, although the lyrical content still needs to be crafted a little more, it way better than what was showing up. So there are Dominicans who frown on, that style of Bouillon with the vulgarity and stuff in it. Kind of like how we would frown as Trinidadians on, it are certain songs like Presley, what you sent me this morning. Yeah, understand? We would frown on that. We'd be like, come on, we're doing with music, you know what I mean? So right. I started to get into like a more traditional Bouillon, and I started to enjoy it a little more. Yeah, rather than the smutty, nasty ones that they have.
Same thing. I've been to Jamaica. All Jamaicans don't really subscribe to the dancehall or certain reggae songs. Same thing in Trinidad. But like Fireball said the other day, they have a market for this smutty, and when we use that smutty and indecent thing, I believe just so. We're going on TikTok. TikTok do better. My life will end in 4 minutes, just so. Yeah, could Big Ali think that could be coming from that is us being dated? Because let me be real, new music now, what these kids listening to, it leaves same thing. What they're listening to, how they're dressing, they don't leave much to the imagination. Everything is very sexual. Everything is very out there.
So what you're trying to say, old? Old for having...
You're old, but you ain't cool. Let me just say you're old, but you ain't cool. You understand?
Yeah.
I think we kind of dated. Let me be real. We not the spring chickens out there no more. We not. You know how they. Yesterday you were talking about staycations. That old people thing.
That is okay. And today I talk about going to Ghana instead of carnival.
You understand?
That's a good point you make there. We see uncles now.
We see uncles. Watch me, his uncle is called me, you know.
We see aunties and the uncles.
Listen. What is the other day I realized I learned that I'm an unk. I go on the court to take a sweat with them young fellas. And it's like, I got unk. It's an unk. Tanique, she's a tanty, you know. Cake is a tanty, you know. All is not
OG or something like that. Don't call me uncle.
Look, Shansia fellas call me moms. No, and as a respect. Dr. Q say, I am mature. Yes, a tanty. Weezy unks and the tanties. Let we be real. All these new things now, everything, new culture now. Watch the games these kids playing. Watch the music they listen to. Watch how they're dressing. I see a lady on a boat ride last year. Well, as best she was naked, she had on a whole see-through. Boy, I wish it was a plastic bag. The whole thing just see-through. Save for certain spots.
But when we used to do that.
Huh?
But when we used to do that back in our day, when dancehall did now come out, and we was doing that back in our day, our parents and the elders would say the same thing. They were having the same conversations we were having. Because we were transitioning into something new.
Yeah.
We were playing, my mother didn't want us to listen to certain music, we couldn't go certain places. So it's the same thing.
I remember.
With each generation, you're going to get up.
You're dressing in the 90s.
Listen to Lady Song.
You want to show your nice, colorful boxers. Oh, you're wearing your pants down on your waist. You're going to be a delinquent. You're going to be a this. But now they literally not wearing the pants. They wearing the pants on the legs. They even cutting the pants on them shorter so that it had no hope of ever reaching your waist. Yeah, and they're selling it like that, and they're very expensive. So it could be that what we're hearing is the new norm.
Extreme?
The new norm. No, not extreme. The new norm. It will be extreme to us, to our ears.
You know, I had a boss who
and I'm being devil's advocate here. You understand? Maybe we just dated.
We used to talk a lot about boundary testing. People engage in boundary testing. But boundary testing is also necessary to bring about change and to the expression of new ideas.
Right.
And there's something that I learned in doing some postgrad research that, listen, there are certain norms that we adopted coming out of the colonial era. As a matter of fact, all the way back to the days of slavery, there are things that we adopted and we still do today without questioning why we do it. It kind of borders on the conversation about constitutional reform. Why are these laws still here? It borders as well on the conversation we just had.
Antiquated laws, yeah.
Why are these things here? Right? Many things we adopted in human resources and in people management during the 80s and 90s. Because, the local branch of RBC came to Trinidad and Tobago, or Republic Bank came. And how do we call that institutionalization? We call it inertia. And there's no real formula that I've discovered as to how to change it, except where somebody breaks the mold. Somebody decides, okay, we're doing things a little different. We're not doing it for likes. In other words, we're not doing it for likes. We're doing it because this is the sustainable thing. This is the right thing. This is the, what you call it again? This is the ethical thing in our minds to do. And it already balances on a scale that is made up of subjectivity and your culture. I was never in that saggy pants thing, right? And I came out just fine. Others may have been.
Miguel, I feel you was old before you're young, because I don't know.
Maybe,
I don't know.
That's a real good question. I grew up around people older than me, so maybe.
And I kind of want Jay to piggyback on this, sir. But to Dr. Q's point, where we're talking about, people desecrating the culture, they're doing things to the culture or whatever. Again, devil's advocate. We have influence. I don't know if he's still here with us. I plan to feature him on the show real soon, where he's gonna perform for us and things. Young artists trying to come out. You know how much people out there trying to do the thing right, trying to do right by our culture, and they're not being heard, they're not being played, they're not being given a chance, right? So me didn't even want to get any mafia thing. I just saying, for the purposes of this show, when I bring on a young artist to perform, always support them, follow them, like them, support their music, go on their page, and this is how you get it thing. If you really want to get everything on track, you understand? Because let me be real, we like the wrong thing. The negative things we hear and stuff now, like the song we hear this morning, that going and get real play just because it's negative. You understand?
Correct.
Just because it's negative, and because look, we talking about it. Listen, mission accomplished, Mission accomplished. We talk we on the Prezi morning show talking about our song, right? Mission accomplished. And people going to see where it is.
If there's really a mafia, you think Voice would have been where he is now? When Voice came out as a new artist, he came up against the hardest of the hardest soca monarch, and he paved his way by being consistent and bringing good quality. He had to work hard with quality and consistency. So if there's really a mafia, do you think they would have silenced persons like Voice who came this long way? I'm just asking,
No. All right.
It's about consistency and quality.
I can't speak to.
I beg to differ because Voice pay for the mafia.
I don't know about that.
And if you want to come and dispute me, let him come and dispute me.
I can't speak to if there's actually a mafia or not, but let me tell you something about the Trinidad and Tobago that I left and that I knew, when I lived there for the first 20-something years of my life. Us as Trinbagonians, we like friend thing. Who know who? I know KK. I have a radio station, I know KK. I go push KK thing. I don't know Tanika too much. Tanika go to come with her money, and you understand? It's a kind of who grease, who palm, and who this, and I don't want you, and I find, Dale coming out with a song and he getting a little too popular and he not in my camp, so I go do whatever I have to do to suppress Dale. Let me be real. This is Trinbagonians. We like committees. You throw in a little party, you have a committee with 20 people. You understand? 20 people on a committee to throw one party just to buy a ticket. And I ain't throwing no shade to no party promoting people. This is what we used to party in the base. Shagramas. All week in the base, you had to go and talk to this one. You had to talk to Barry. Barry, ting. You had to damn near give Barry fellatio to get inside the base.
No.
No, I'm telling you.
No, it's true.
No, I'm telling you. That's the era. That's the era we grew up in. I was being disgusted, but no, that's the era we grew up in. I returned to Trinidad in 2019 and went to 51 degrees over there. Where's over there? Where you call over there? I forget where you call over there.
Upstairs from Tony Roma's.
Right?
Like the boulevard. That's on the boulevard.
On the boulevard.
Yeah.
I have my US dollars in my pocket. The guy telling me, TTPS guy moonlighting. Oh, well, we can't let him because of the ratio. The ratio of what? He can't answer that. Only light-skinned people going in. That's the kind of nonsense we just do. And we into as Trinbagonians. Go on Tribe website. Go and see who's being represented in these costumes. I remember they had a party. I don't know if they do it anymore. The same person who said dancehall, what is this? Dancehall is more Trinidad culture than soca is. You used to have a party and you used to have to send a picture of your body type to get approved. If it was of a certain body type, no matter how much money you pay, you can't get in our party. You have to look a certain way.
Say no to them.
You can't call the names? You can't call names?
I can call the names. I just choose not to. You understand?
I can call it.
Club Tropical like that right now.
You understand?
Tropical
You
like that
imagine,
right
and I believe I heard, this one, I'm speculating here, but they say certain mass bands, you start to show a picture of yourself and thing, and that's why people pumping iron and getting this. I mean, nothing wrong with getting your body ready for carnival, whatever it is. Sure, but when I had to show my body type and get approved based on my body, we have a problem. And as Trinbagonians, we rail deep into that. And nobody doesn't talk about that.
Yeah, Prezi, you're 100% right on what you're saying. I remember a time I come from the States, had the same experience as well. I wear a certain shoes that probably cost more than the person who work in salary. And he telling me I can't get in there because of my shoes. And I was like, my brethren, you serious right now? And I see in white boys, clear skin Indian and thing passing behind me and going in. I saw a man coming from the outside. I saw a man could go back and literally talk about your establishment and you holding me back from going inside. But it's the mindset of Trinidadians love to be in the in crowd.
So I think we naturally mafia minded. That mafia thing. We naturally mafia minded.
They like to form these cliques. They like to say this one pull me backstage, this one alignment with this one, alignment with that one. You understand? And people like me or Prezi who just go against that kind of, you know what I mean? We kind of like rebels now. We pay we way we gain. We are what that kind of handout bullshit. We just get looked at as, you know, we vex that kind of way. No, it's not that. We vex. We not hungry. You understand? We not.
Taking a picture with Tati and is only a driver.
Education.
The last time I lined up by a velvet rope, other than in the bank. Yeah, man. Other than in the bank, it's the Going Globe Cinema.
Groupers.
I'm not doing it.
Globe, boy. Good old Globe Cinema, boy. Green corner.
Brazil, right.
Commercial bank.
No, but it's the truth, because when it is what sometimes advertisements and things with carnival bands, no, you have to be a certain body type, you have to be a certain way, a certain color to promote.
Right. So don't come and complain it have a soca mafia when it have a party mafia, it have a fete mafia, it have a mafia for everything else. It have a to go and get to go in license office and get your sticker. If you ain't good with somebody, to skip the line. It's mafia and everything. So don't complain it have a soca mafia.
TikTok mafia.
It have a TikTok mafia. You understand?
Yeah,
only bullying people on TikTok. Only bullying people on TikTok. Only make Prezi have to create a show where only have to behave all yourself, so only cannot bully people. Because only is mafia minded. You understand? And it's still don't work because it is still come here. All it is still come here and get trouble.
Jay-Z head
every now and again.
Head of the mafia.
Right?
Prezi, me and you the goonmen. And David
So
is
Prezi.
the that's the mafia. You call it on names.
But so Prezi, well, so you know, you made some good points there, but here has always been my thing, and I think Jay said we just condone it to now.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the point. That's my point.
I call the names. I call their name Stripe. There had to be a certain look. You know what they do? They create 3 other bands for person who don't look that type, and they spend their money by them still.
Please don't call
And
them
you
names
know-
because you
Yeah, what a
understand.
lawsuit.
Tribe might want to work with us, and honestly, if Tribe send our cease and desist, I send it to you. So, please don't call names.
Alright, they created 3 other bands, right? The 3 other bands was for 3 different class of people. And the lowest band class it was, when they realized people trying to fit into that band, they shut down that band. Right? And now they're still running. That man owns 7 bands, right? And people don't even realize that. And that is because he has tried to corner every marketer class of people. So if you know you don't fit this criteria, you know you're going there for sure. If you don't fit that criteria, you're going there for sure. And if you don't fit that criteria, you're going there for sure. And that is what you can call a mafia.
And you see,
That is what I would consider a mafia. When one man trying to rule everything.
No. That's not mafia. That is capitalism.
That's right. It's just
Capital,
business.
and that's the thing. When capitalism intersects with culture, it is look away. It is look away and it is feel away. Because remember, culture is warm. Culture is inviting. Culture is, is a we thing. But when you introduce capitalism, capitalism is cold hard. It's dog eat dog. It had no front. It had no front. Yeah, it callous. It had no front thing in capitalism. So when capitalism take over culture now, this is why we can't all get together right now and just get some standards and make a band and go and play mass.
And
You understand?
You shouldn't blame one group of people for being more risk averse or more of a haggler in the world of business than others.
I feel like
It's a
there's a slight against Cyril Chern, eh?
Cyril Chern, yes, but no, this is
Cyril Chern, sir?
this is a real conversation here, though. Right? There's some cultures. If you take
I know,
a
that's what my grandmother named
if you take a
Big up Cyril, big up
migrant
Cyril.
and you put them in Trinidad and Tobago, they tend to form communities and try to push everybody together. They will send back for the cousins. And I'm not talking about Venezuela. They send
Right.
for the cousins, they send for the brother, and they build enterprise. Right? We shouldn't blame them for bringing that type of work ethic and that type of identity and that sort of unity into the business world. It's our fault.
Exactly.
It's Cyril Chern's fault
Yeah.
for not coming together.
Because let me piggyback off our bigger, right? Jay Lion come down with Prezi, he get a big truck, he put Prezi as the DJ, he hire Kevin as security, he make it affordable for we Cyril Chern to come and play in he band.
Yeah.
Right? One, how much are Cyril Chern coming to play in my band? They're going to start a bad talk my band.
Yeah, cheap
he
thing.
bring out a band and the band and cheap thing and the band and had this and the band and had that. But they're watching the freedom that we band have and they're watching what we could build together
What we could build
as
for
a
the future.
community, for the future, you know. Them just want to mess with me because that's how Cyril Chern get brainwashed and that. They're seeing that up there, they want to go to the gym, they want to get a body intact, they want to think, they want to jump with them kind of people on them.
Yeah.
Right? So at the end of the day, don't blame them people on
Morning,
them.
KK
them people on them
Moms.
see. KK Moms, what's up? Them people on them see an opportunity, they took it, they took a risk and it pay off. We doesn't be willing to take that risk on each other sometimes.
And we people
That's
looking
how
to
it
do
is.
something strange for complimentaries. Kevin,
Lively.
I find it again. They want to do strange things for complimentary. Why is that?
Do better, Al. Do better. Do better.
And real quick, just remember today's show is being brought to you in part by Flavors by Shannon. Check out Flavors by Shannon at Chapala Sports Bar. Kevin, I believe it's Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Correct me if I'm wrong.
1% discount still in effect?
Yes, sir.
Kevin, are you guys honoring the 1% discount? And I'm not asking Shannon, I'm asking you because it has been reported to me that it's you shutting down the 1% discount.
Oh, nothing.
I shut down 1%. Where's 1%? Where's 1% or 2? Where's 1% or 2?
Ask your Minister of Homeland Security.
Oh shit.
Nah. You see, you're out of pocket. Dale is the first person to get dropped on the show because
Views expressed
you're out of
by-
pocket. The views expressed by Dale, you don't get me in trouble for some political thing you said the other day.
Yeah, taking that again.
I ain't taking that again. Dale, you know his love. What you call it? Yeah, so I feel we good for the 1%
Somebody
discount.
wants to know how to
Well,
donate.
well,
Somebody
look at
wants to know how to donate, so tell them I'm inbox here. How to sponsor. How can
How
I
to sponsor? Oh, yeah, Wendell, talk to me in the inbox. We'll talk. Yeah. So talk to Kevin, talk to Sean, Chapala Sports Bar, and I believe if you have a birthday, and we gotta start bigging up people on the birthdays. If you only have a birthday this week, happy birthday from the President Resi Morning Show. I just start to highlight all your and all your birthdays and thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody on the
also,
panel have a birthday this month?
Anybody have a birthday this? Anybody know? Who's Big Al? When is your birthday again, Big Al? 17th? 18th? Ah, Big Al. What my?
Number mark that on the. I got mark that on the fridge.
Yeah, we gotta put that on. I gotta get a whiteboard and all. Somebody please. KK remind me to buy a whiteboard. I don't know that whiteboard when I done it. I just start to put some notes. So Big Al.
That is February born too?
February 18th. Big Al.
Big up.
Big Al birthday. So.
Big Al on the board.
Who said it was Sunday gone? Laverne. Laverne said it was Sunday
yeah,
gone.
big up Laverne again. Happy belated birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday, you understand? I wish you many, many more. Also,
AMC says she knew here her own is February 8th.
February 8th, that's coming up. That's it. Big up yourself, AMC. Happy
Sunday.
birthday, happy early
Nice
birthday,
Sunday.
alright?
Yeah, man.
You know,
On the 14th.
also paying some bills here. Oh, they could have told me pay bills earlier, you know, they're trying to get me in trouble with these people.
Friends, you don't have Valentine's show?
Somebody said their birthday is Valentine's Day. Who was that? That was Tanika. Tanika birthday is Valentine's Day. What? Yeah, Tanika birthday is Valentine's Day. Also, we've been sponsored here by Heavenly Beauty by KK in the box there, being very quiet and being very demure. Hit up and ask her about her Valentine's Day special. Tanika, you should check KK for the Valentine's Day special. Although I know you just do your thing too. But you understand? She have a special. Go get your waxing, your lip gloss, lip balm. Also get your I wish I had the list in front of me. But talk to KK, all your glam needs, anything you need. And call my name and you'll get a 1% discount. Call my name and get a 1% discount.
That
she
one,
get in trouble.
Discount sure by Heavenly Beauty, right?
Sure. I'm sure about that. If she get any trouble, call me. I go deal with Kiki personally. You're getting that 1% discount. Sure about that. What she face? She watching me? I don't want to look. She watching me? She vexed? Alright, so this is being brought to you by Heavenly Beauty by KK, thank you for sponsoring us. You do have a lot for us. We couldn't do it without you, alright? Alright, only big up KK. You know, get KK a little the other side. Get KK a little part the other side. Right. Did I forget anything? We do the... Alright.
People either drop, either go. You'll pick up, right? You're going outside.
Yeah, Kevin, we will talk.
Bless.
Or let me see.
Bless.
Blessings, brother.
Jay, it had something you wanted to talk about, you know?
What?
I forget.
Nah.
You mentioned it and it's... You mentioned
it. Nah. I mentioned it.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Nah, it was probably some messed up anyway. So let me,
Oh Lord.
let me bypass.
Nah, it was not messed up. I think it was music related.
Let me bypass that
Big
because
Al.
these days.
Yeah. People getting kind of They testy.
Yeah.
They testy. Well, good morning. What are you dealing with in the comments? What going on today? Today's supposed to be current events and hot takes. What really going on? What is the hot topic on all your minds these days?
Current events and hot.
Because I
Here's the
saw.
hot takes that's troubling Prezi.
Oh Lord.
The hot take that's troubling for me is when they want to. No. This is serious here. Imagine they're trying to tell you now, you using a mounted camera, your phone mounted in your vehicle, they're going to do something about it. So if you want to use your GPS on there, you can't hold your phone in your hand, you have it mounted. They are now saying that is a distraction. So they want to bring laws against that. Yeah, they want to bring legislation for that too.
I can say something real quick. You know, I no disrespect to my country, no disrespect to the government of Trinidad and Tobago. But it seems like all you're not getting income or all your income slow down from other industries like, I don't know, gas, oil, them kind of thing. And it seems to me like all you're taking it out on the ordinary citizens of Trinidad and Tobago because that is ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
$2,000 for a broken taillight is crazy to me.
Like every little thing all you're going and charge or tax the citizens.
Because another thing too, as pertaining with the dash cam thing, when I'm watching with TCL and Rockard Cement, TCL decides to raise their cement prices, Rockard decides that they're not going to raise it, so which automatically going to mean that TCL could go down the drain, because if it is that the raise cement price is too high, people are not going to buy it. So it's like unemployment again. So
what's the quality level? What's the quality level over TCL?
That's
where's the difference? Where's the difference?
J-Lion, the world will never stop buying TCL because TCL quality is far better than
Rockard. Ever since I know it's always been TCL.
TCL is now being run by a company called Cemex, which is from Mexico. So their level is totally different than Rockard. So Rockard going to try to influence the market to come by them. But it's not for international standards on certain buildings and certain things. You have to use a certain quality. And they would always go to TCL. And TCL knows that.
Understood.
She want a dictatorship like the US. Dr. Q, you really think the US is a dictatorship right now?
It's not a dictatorship in the US.
It's not a dictatorship.
Don't get me started.
It might start. It might seem so. It might seem so.
Dr. Q, you live out here, I presume.
Yeah, I lived out there for a while. I don't currently do that right now because I love Trinidad.
But
okay, you're home now. You don't live in the US anymore.
Yeah, not right now.
Right.
Yeah, so you can't say the US is a dictatorship. It may want to head in that direction.
Well, right. That's what I say. That's basically what I mean.
All right, cool. But to come out and say the US is a dictatorship.
She was being facetious, you know.
Yeah, I was being facetious.
About
when I come and I speak, I'll clear up shit and I speak clearly. Yeah.
Now we know that.
Cool.
What about HDC? What going on with HDC?
Yeah, what going on with HDC?
There's a whole lot of...
Wait, did they like all them houses occupied yet?
Now,
or they still have
the land agency too, they come back again with this thing that they want to give people land who have a certain amount of money, and people are complaining just like with HDC.
To our earlier point.
But AGC right now
and stuff.
The problem with AGC right now is that there's something that the PNM government was going to introduce something called inheritance tax. That if you want to pass down your property to your children, you pay a certain amount in inheritance tax. The government now kicked against it. The cost of doing that paperwork and it was $700 TT. right, to transfer and do all these different things. The proposed move by the AGC now is 15% of whatever is the cost of the property. So let's say a property was, let me say, 500,000. You can actually be paying something close, 5%. So you can be paying something like $25,000 in taxes just to transfer.
Wow.
So it's going from $700 to almost $25,000. And that is the big issue going on with AGC right now, where people who have intention of passing on the property to children, who want to sell their property, they are now faced with this, having to pay this exorbitant amount instead of the normal 700 TT dollars.
Just now, let me ask a question. How much roughly you would say a ECC house costs? And are they different like tiers? Do they have like
Point
different?
something million.
Are they all
How much?
one thing, one platform, like 3-bedroom?
The value that
Or they have different things?
No. They have different
1.6.
things. They have
There are different
1.6.
values.
they have different,
houses.
Houses
Right.
that
there are
are
different
equal.
values, but the average value between 750
Okay.
to 1 point something million.
To 1 point
That's the
something.
Yeah.
average value when you
So,
go to
Big
go to
Al,
mortgage.
Big Al, you know,
Mortgage
I
finance.
love to throw these questions at you. Cyril Chern.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Cyril Chern, one of Cyril Chern come out of secondary school, you get 5 passes or how much passes. What does person really have to do to achieve this 1.5, 1.6 million? Where's the roadmap to that?
Good question.
Well,
And I want to put it
average-
out there for any young person or a lot of us are parents out here, that we could kind of guide our children towards and let our parents show your children this kind of stuff, show them the cost of housing and things. We ain't gonna be here all the time, You understand? Let them see what they're getting into before. Let them put that in their mind from now on. Hey, I don't know what you going to do, but that is $1.6 million. And you have to live somewhere, so. And I go help as much as I can, but you have to figure this out.
Financial
the plan
literacy.
is to work for other people. Because you're looking for income, right?
Right.
Only with an income could you be able to purchase or qualify to purchase these things or qualify for a mortgage. A secondary school education does not factor on the scale.
Right.
A secondary school education may qualify you for what you call minimum wage, a minimum wage job.
Wow.
And that
So you're
puts
getting
you
5 passes for a minimum wage job.
Oh, as a matter of fact, some minimum wage jobs may actually ask you for more than that. I ain't going there.
They want dissertation and
Like
doctorate and thing.
the grocery
So-
store that wanted the anyway. That.
So you might have a doctorate to work Pennywise. Oh shucks, I said the name.
Is that what they're going in?
Sorry, Pennywise. It slipped.
Let him finish.
But let me say that those 5 passes have to include maths and English. Let's not forget that.
Right.
Right? To qualify for a mortgage to buy a house, $750,000, most couples can't make that.
Right.
And I'm talking about a couple, meaning people with perhaps a bachelor that earning $8,000 and $10,000 a month together. If you consider some of the other bills they have and the other commitments, they still can't afford a mortgage for what you're talking about there. Right? So the environment is really dogmatic. It's really hard. You're looking for an income in the area of 18,000 upwards.
Right. This is what?
Start to
Per
qualify.
month.
So
Per month?
one person earning 18 and the other partner earning 8,000, 10,000.
Right.
And then you start to feel comfortable that you can deal with that depending on where it is. You may need a car as well.
Right.
Right?
Which is another expense.
And then we don't even start to
Understand,
talk
Dr.
about,
Q.
then we don't even start to talk about mine insurance.
And groceries.
Groceries.
KK show me a $80 bottle of seasoning, and that just blew my mind.
But it's worse in
What?
other countries. Let's not get carried away.
Wait. An $80 bottle of seasoning?
Yes.
Sorry.
A bottle of seasoning is $80. So, Big Al. So, alright, so on such a property, right? How much we talking about monthly, roughly?
That's a startup
as a
home.
mortgage.
That's a startup home. You're looking at something in the vicinity of $4,000 to $6,000 on a 15 to 20 year mortgage. Right? Let's not forget that by the time you accumulate the type of income that makes you qualify for a mortgage like that, back end, you're closer to retirement, and therefore you have less time in your mortgage terms. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mortgage is based on the time until retirement and your ability to repay.
Yeah.
It's really stacked against you, you know. It's
And
really
reason I grew up in a neighborhood where a lot of the guys in my neighborhood growing up, one of the neighborhoods I grew up in, they used to hear them say, nah, I don't want to work. I don't want nobody tell me what to do. I don't want... But at the same time, they don't have no aspirations for opening a business. So, well, at least not a legal business. Right? So, a lot of youths are stuck in that whole, well, I don't want to do a 9 to 5. So I just watching how daunting that is. If you... So you just prove that if you have your 5 passes, you're still not in nothing. You ain't even enter the dance, you're still outside.
You know,
so now you have to go UE and UTT, wherever you have to do. You understand? You have to get
But this is the reason.
Post-grad stuff, right? Just no deal. Just no deal.
You have to find it.
You have to. So education-wise, you have to go the full distance.
If you're going the route of the conventional method, like your parents, you go through school, you find a good job. But the other way around that is you become an entrepreneur. You find something legal. You set yourself up in a legitimate business. You apply a little innovation, a little calculated risk, and you build an enterprise. That's the other way to get these things.
Right.
And to do that now, you need to harvest.
This is for HDC house, though. This is not for the HDC house, which is, I don't believe is by any stretch the nicest house. Go ahead, Dale. What you say?
That is not a requirement. This is the point I wanted to make. To qualify for HG house, which is supposed to be low income housing, right? That they are supposed to be providing, to qualify a combined salary of between anything over $5,000 starts you to qualify. However, because you're renting HGC people paying $1,200 or 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom and $1,500 and $1,800 depending. It is low income housing, right? Your salary not supposed to cross a certain amount combined. If it crosses a certain amount, you do not qualify for HGC house.
So you could actually be
However, in Trinidad, we are
overqualified.
seeing that is not so. Yes,
So-
but in
so-
Trinidad, because of bubble and corruption, you're not seeing that.
And you're not building those low income houses. You're not getting them.
So,
right? So right now, I qualify for a mortgage. Right now, with my income, when I am in HGC system, and they tell me I qualified. I get past everything. I just have to go to mortgage finance and present certain documents.
Right.
My cost for the unit that I am supposed to be getting is valued between $900,000 to $1.1 million.
Ole, this
And that
August,
is a 30-year mortgage I was supposed to be getting, and I'm not getting it anymore.
Ole,
I only get I'll say I'm now going to qualify for a 15-year or 20-year.
Ole, August 25th. Party by Dale, alright? In the new HGC house, we partying by Dale, alright?
We jam it. We jam it.
Bring a bottle. Bring a bottle, alright? We advertising it from now. Party by Dale. Bring a bottle. Alright. Nice.
I have a real quick question.
Now with this
I have a real quick question to ask. Listening to everybody, Prezi, and you know, you're going to school, you're getting your passes, whatever, or you want to attain the house of your dreams and whatever. Like, so you go to school, you do tertiary level education and stuff like that. Does it have jobs in Trinidad and to be able to facilitate
No.
the
No.
Nope, nope, sir. Because let me tell you something. This is another thing that we don't talk about, right? Our people, we push education, right? We
Mm-hmm.
push it so hard, and then when people come out, it doesn't have jobs. We have people with
Yeah.
degrees and bachelor's degrees and masters working in grocery stores, right?
Mm.
That's good.
And then, okay, let we say science, technology,
STEM.
mathematics, etc., right?
STEM. Yeah.
STEM stuff, right? Um, they can't pay people in Trinidad who have STEM degrees. They don't have the money to pay them, or they don't want to pay them, right?
Right.
People who are getting degrees in computer science and AI, data analytics, things of that nature is some of the future. But people they either have to get remote work, which is that in itself is hard, or they have to go abroad and get work, right? And
Yeah.
that is also hard within itself to find companies who want to do that, right? We know have people like Amazon and things of that nature and whatnot, but that is still a process to go through, right? Um, and then same thing with the land settlement agency that is supposed to be giving land and stuff like that. It's similar to HDC and what is going on with corruption and bubble. People are waiting 20, 30 years for a piece of land. Do you know how much things that we could do if we give people land? The kind of communities we could build, because there are now container houses that people are coming here, like are introducing, right? But
Right.
also people want to also give people that option to pay down, right? But then they have
Right.
to work with banks and stuff to do these things, etc. It's going to take some time. We
Time.
could build communities of people with container houses, right? We could build communities that way as well, so that everybody has land and stuff to build together if we're going a more communal route, as in not necessarily like a trailer business, but not like that. We could have a community garden, things of this nature. You see, people into hyper individualism, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
we could have the container homes, but a community garden where everybody could eat from, that we could even use to sell to bring back money into the
Into
community.
the
Let the
community.
Trinidad dollar circulate some more and things of that. But
You see,
people lack vision and people love to be hyper individuals. So
those
they
those
only think
things
about themselves.
I understand.
those
Yeah.
things are song nicer. But if you think the corporations and things gonna allow you, if the big massive stores and stuff gonna allow you to have a community garden where you
We know that
don't have
TK Rod.
yeah.
That's
Oh, you know
yes,
Dr.
sir.
KSTK?
You see, you don't know my voice by now. Everybody know my voice. That's we,
Right?
but yeah.
Yeah, that's
All right,
right.
Dr. Q.
That was funny. We had the same reaction the first day too. I don't know what she going with this Dr. Q thing, but anyway, yeah. It just them things sound real nice on paper, but there are
It
certain
does.
realities and things we just had to face that I wouldn't, Fireball, big up yourself. It just has certain realities and things that just wouldn't
Fireball
allow for these things to
again.
happen. How we dreaming it now. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not to say that we still don't dream and we still don't try to innovate and stuff, but unfortunately,
Easier to get
All
a car
right.
loan than a house loan right now.
yeah, I hear again with car right now, but them car
I hear
prices
again with car
crazy,
like
boy.
that.
And they digging out
Yeah,
all their
but-
eye with them car, boy. I seen all kind of Chinese
Yeah,
cars and
Yeah,
MG
you know
and
Something
digging
know,
out
where-
all their eye with them car, boy.
Yeah, boy.
100% financing.
Watch man.
And
Going to
the
8
thing
years.
about it is that year after year, to add it to what CPR said, that people graduate year after year. I have my qualifications, but the job that I in is not the job that I want. You understand? So it's ridiculous, and it's getting harder and harder. People say, oh, you get your
Imagine
passes,
everything expensive.
OJT.
Nothing.
OJT is a waste of time, and all these things. It's like, I don't know. And it's just getting harder and harder. And then only making things harder for businesses as well too. You understand? Because when you have more job losses, people can't afford things. What do you expect people to do? You know?
Yeah.
Or Fireball,
some-
as they hear Fireball, I just remember I got a message My good friend Javel Marie said to tell you hello. Yeah.
Like a simple thing, Tracy, banking. Imagine a customer pay you with a Republic Bank check. Republic Bank telling you if you don't have an account with them, you can't cash the check. You have to pay it in your own account.
Yeah.
Wow.
So imagine you do a job as an entrepreneur, you glad to get a little money to go and thing. And as you get that check and you run in the bank, they're telling you, no, you don't have an account with us. You need to either open an account or deposit in your own account for 4 days.
Question. With the banks in Trinidad, is RBC. Where's the banks in Trinidad?
RBC First Citizen.
First Citizen, CMMB.
You know, I always wonder, Scotia Bank. You know, I always wonder how come
Yeah, that's Scotia.
Yeah.
Oh. How come the foreign banks, how come like the US banks and things don't go down there and franchise down there? Big Ali, you know anything about that?
Yeah, there's no value in it for them, you know. And let's be honest, RBC, right? RBC comes from that foreign place. Scotia has its roots elsewhere.
Canada, yeah.
Right? Barclays Bank, which is
Bank
UK
of Nova
based, was the
Scotia.
foundation of Republic.
Well, it just remind me of something.
So those banks came in, that's what I was
from
talking
RBC.
about in the 80s and 90s. They landed here and they've evolved.
Right.
So they're here. But for the US banks, I don't think it have any value in our market for them, really.
For them.
Yeah,
Kind of money looking for. The Republic Bank.
You know what I have a problem with? Is simple processes that could be done in one day in the bank is a whole barrage of documents for the one, like if it is like it's a whole mortgage or a whole something, I take it out. I doesn't understand it in this day and age.
The thing I've realized, Prezi, real quick with Trinidad and Tobago, there's a lot of monopolizing of stuff. You understand? There's a lot of strong arming. There's a lot of, like, even with the telecommunications, you feel that telecommunication company could go to Trinidad and Tobago right now. Them can do and just open up shop just so, right? It's a lot of
palm.
There is no competition within Trinidad and Tobago to keep prices low. That's just how it
exactly. So when you have monopolies, there are no competition. So you just have to take whatever they're given.
Historically, people forget, right? That when certain groups of people came here, they made sure they put themselves in the forefront of manufacturing, banking, textiles, anything they could have become the gatekeepers. That's what they have done in the Caribbean. And people need to remember these things. This is why certain things aren't happening, and I'm going to be honest, they're not going to allow it. They're not going to allow certain things, especially if it does not benefit them and their families and their generations. And this is not only true in Trinidad and Tobago, this is across the Caribbean. They have done it.
You see any Chinese shop open in Dubai? You don't see any textile places in Dubai from Syrians? Dubai is for Dubai.
Dubai with that.
Exactly.
They can't go wrong Dubai with that kind of thing. But again, Cyril children need to become traders. We don't trade, we buy.
It's being smart. Cyril children try to start something called the Black Caucus and just take everybody money and run. And that is where the problem is. And it was a great idea. It was a beautiful idea. It was a great initiative, but you take everybody money and run. Buy a piece of land up to now, they don't know how to get back the land because he's selling the land right now. You see a big sign that the land for sale. How you could sell something that belongs to a group of people? Wow. Cyril child again. You understand?
Somebody said stop that narrative.
From the beginning.
We will love
SM, stop which narrative?
I know a narrative.
Is it true? By and large, Cyril children are more consumers than traders. I can't tell you last time in New York City or anywhere that I went into, they are, but they're not enough. They're not enough. We talking by and large. We do not have a seat at the table in certain rooms as traders.
You see,
You understand?
you gotta talk to a lot of people. It had black men and women who came here. I could give stories in the 90s, and they were from other countries, let's say from America, who came here as well, trying to do the same thing that we're talking about. You know what they did? They told them to leave. They told them to leave before they do something to them. You understand?
So much so, right? At my job, we have a lot of eating establishments and stuff where we go frequent. Because remember, we on the street, so it's you go anyway. And I watch how we get the menus from each place. The menus are thing as such. Chinese, so there's a whole bunch of Chinese food places. What do you call it? Chinese, Thai,
some Italian.
Well, Italian will be like pizza places and stuff.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Where we being represented? Last night I went to an Asian establishment, waiting for my food, and the woman gave me attitude. Oh, just thing whatever and her little whatever, and I just like, wow. You understand? It's bad enough I had to come to her to buy my food. I had to take this treatment too, but you understand?
And SM Resources, you're making some good points. By and large, we don't support
We
our
for
own
ourselves.
people. I just always say that. Up to last night, I was on our live saying that.
Do I make a conscious effort to support black?
Yeah, me and Prezi will make a conscious effort to support black people.
This here,
but by and large,
this Mahat, big up OK Go. You understand?
Prezi, let me say this real quick. Me and my wife own small businesses. You was the first person to go to our website and purchase stuff. Prezi the Resi. And still continues to purchase stuff.
Yeah, I myself,
he was the first person.
I myself had several black businesses, small businesses.
He didn't come and ask and say, send me a hoodie. He didn't come and ask and say, send me a soap or a this. He asked, what is the website? And he went on the website, him, Sharon, Mark Brooks. And they purchased stuff from me.
One of my desires is I want to stop wearing designer stuff. I want to wear everything on my body should be from a black business, from head to toe. That's one of my desires. You understand? And that's just, the tip of the iceberg with me. I own a t-shirt company. I own several barber shops. I know it is. You understand? I know it is. I know how cutthroat other business. Yeah.
Sean was having that conversation last night. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Sean.
I was telling them, stop always with, we just do this as our people. We just want to go and say, oh, your product too expensive. But we are going to buy a Burberry or a Nike.
Look.
Or a Balenciaga.
This business you're seeing here. This business you're seeing here. This business you're seeing here. This is our black-owned business.
Black-owned business.
This is Cyril Chern.
Look, Fireball just come up.
Fireball,
he's an entrepreneur.
No, just to answer her question, just to show her. You understand? As is this. Black-owned business. You understand?
For sure. Yeah, Fireball.
Yeah, Fireball.
Yeah, I think what we are fixing the priorities. A lot of us value what we think is important. What we regard as, I don't know if I'm using the right words, but okay. We tell ourselves the impact we will have from wearing a Jordan. The impact we will have on other people is more than the impact we will have from buying our shoes
from a local business. Right? And everything we do, we don't only try to look at the benefit for us personally than the benefit of us as a whole. So we function real selfishly. And you know that as a result does contribute to the lack of unity within us functioning as a people and pushing forward as a people. So I think that is a real big
that's a good point, Fireball. That's a
very good point, Fireball.
You understand?
Because you see what Wendell said.
Yeah, he own a pest. It is a pest control business in NYC.
Pest control.
90% of customers are non-black. Come on. I get SM Resources. I get the stance where she coming from. She coming from the stance where, hey, don't let nobody hold you down. Don't put nobody in front of you. Whatever. But it just still have certain realities we have to face. Cyril children are underrepresented.
Big time.
You understand?
But you can't push aside what SMN. We're not pushing aside what SM Resources. They say we are our worst enemies. You understand? Right? Me, Prezi, Shan, Fireball, we want to see us go and reach places, so we will support each other. We need more people like us.
And look, to Fireball's point. To Fireball's point, right? We haven't been in the room long enough, and it's evidenced by when people get certain jobs. When Cyril Cheren gets certain jobs, look at the attitude. You understand? We haven't been there before.
Nothing.
So the sample size of Cyril Cheren, the sample size of Cyril Cheren is not that vast that we could say by and large, you know, we're there. We're on par with the Chinese or the Indians or whatever it is. We're not.
I don't even think we as our worst enemies. You know? I think ignorance is our worst enemy. Because of ignorance, we don't understand the power we have now.
Right.
Yeah.
And because we don't understand the power we have, we don't respect each other as we're supposed to.
Which is what SM Resources say. Which is exactly what SM Resources is saying. You understand?
Yeah.
So, Shan, as I know you's a young entrepreneur coming up, give me something.
So I was on a live yesterday with Joshua Hercules. He's one of the young black men. He's very young actually. He's in his 20s, and he's currently billing food carts for people at a very low cost.
I saw that video. Yeah.
Right. I was on his live yesterday, and you know, hearing where he came from, he started in COVID. And you know, he was offering the service of making market for elderly persons who are afraid to come out their houses to go and make markets. That's how he started, right?
Enterprise.
You know, he say people used to tell him, hey, where you going with this B14 and thing and whatever, but you know, and he lives south. He used to live south. Go market all 2-3 o'clock in the morning, make market goods, go Maloney, go Sandy Grande, Toko, he reached as far as Toko. He said, you understand? And this was during COVID. He provided a service for elderly people. It had people calling him from foreign, all kind of thing, to make market goods for elderly people. And you know, he said something that kind of touched me too. We have this stigma, and I mean, I've experienced it, not just from East Indians, but from white people right here in Trinidad, the racism. And you know, he say, I want all you to listen to this. Don't get caught up in the politics. Don't get caught up in the East Indians and the racism and thing. Because really and truly, he say, where he does buy his material for his carts is by East Indians.
Right.
He does get discount. Sometimes they just give him stuff because he's doing good for the community. And when I thought about it, I say, you know, it really have some East Indian genuine people. Now hear him out. It really have some.
it have those that racist.
Have a lot actually.
But I've encountered the genuine ones. Let me tell you why. My first client that I had the pleasure of providing a service of going to their homes, right? I think it was down south, a big freaking mansion, right? Providing a service for a couple for their anniversary, cooking in the kitchen, a private dinner was an East Indian couple. And guess what? When I call my price, they ain't budge. They ain't say, I could change my menu, boy. What about this instead? You understand what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So when he mentioned that yesterday, I had to sit back and say, but you know, Shannon, for Trino, you have encountered decent East Indian people.
Look what Fireball just said. Sorry to cut you, Shan. Every race have racists. I love that.
Very true.
Well,
I love
it. Does.
True. You know, so I want to, by extension, I want to encourage us. Yes, it have the racist ones, but if you really bounce up the genuine ones, don't class them with the ones that negative. If you understand what I'm saying.
Right.
I understand exactly what Shan's saying, because when we go out to do the fairs and things, Prezi, who you think does be buying from us is the same, right? Coming and supporting and giving us, listening to our story that we tell them why we created this and everything like that. I think sometimes we just focus too much on the negative and not try to focus on the positive. You understand?
Another thing too.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you line, sorry. Yeah?
No, you good.
No, good.
Another thing too is levels to this racism thing too. Because all of we might be good friends, still you try to end up with my daughter. Right? Or till you try to end up with my
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Right? So it have levels to the racism and the support.
It does. It does.
You know, yeah, so I just appreciate when people show me love. I just appreciate when people show me business love. I have a lot of Indian customers as well who's come and buy soup. And then people don't complain about a thing. As a matter of fact, I just try to give customers whatever they want. And if they want extra dumplings, they want extra provision, I don't charge for that.
Right.
And they will be like, hey, give us some extra provision, I'll give you extra $10 for that. You will hardly hear it, but you will hardly hear a black person really offering that. The black man might be more happy to get it. Yeah, man, no problem. I'll just, I will take some extra dumpling or some extra this. But the Indian go more say, I don't mind paying for it. Let me, and that is straight across the border. That is just, it happen more regular that way. Yeah. But I just always keep in mind, I know it had the levels to the racism. It had the levels and it had the classism as well.
Fancy girl.
It had the classism as well.
Right now,
thank you, Vinci.
Right now, I'm marketing a product in Price Smart. I'm marketing a product in Price Smart, and the most negative comments I just get is from our children. You understand? The East Indian community they support that product more than anything else.
Wow.
The East Indian customers and Price Smart just come and just say, how much right? All right, and my people, they sort of taste it 3-4 times. They want to do this, they want this, they want that. And it's like, all right, okay, yeah. And then they'll walk up and not support you.
Yeah.
The biggest support for that product I'm marketing right now is the East Indian community. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yep. So it's a good. This was a good topic, boy, Brazil.
Yeah. We had to go into it further, and that Joshua Hercules guy was contacted. He didn't get back to me yet. We will see what we can do about that. Yeah, we will see what we can do about that.
I'll talk to him.
I would love to hear a little back and forth between him and Big Al in that realm. Also trying to.
Somebody I would love to interview.
Yeah, we're gonna have an interview. Another person I really want. And
when you wanted to have him, though,
we'll talk, Sean. We'll get it together because also I kind of wanted to be in that realm just an entire show about, you know, finances, finance,
Okay, got
trying to
it.
give people a roadmap to, like, you know, financial literacy, wealth building, that kind of thing. I also have in mind Lady Graham, she was here with us earlier. I'm going to reach out to her as well. All
Great
right.
one.
I like how all the rest like two,
Oh
and then
God,
I
wait
kind
now,
of
just put on before you see a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I do it. That from the show. You owe me a present, right?
Nah, you get paid. You get paid.
No, not me. I pay to Nix. You forget
I win.
You win the cattle.
I win the cattle. All you becoming too expensive. I tell all you these my children. All you becoming too expensive. You understand?
David want to know when he gets an interview.
For we don't interview stink man here. No?
Oh my God.
Wait, I said on like, oh sorry, it slipped. Sorry, it slipped.
Well, Dr. Q, that should come in the financials. Dr. Q saying we need to talk about business grants and how to
all of that. And there's what I'm saying. There's what we want to bring experts, people who anything. Now we have experts.
Yeah.
KK, we have Big Al, we have KK, we have Dr. Q, we have Dale, we have Tanika who has a business, Fireball, J Lion, we have Culinary Beauty. Myself, I know a little thing here and there. But when it comes to the banking sector and the, you know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That side of getting access to certain things, get certain loans. How you go about doing these things? I think we just want to do things as Cyril Chiren. We just want to do certain things, but just the thought of it is being.
Who is Cyril? I lost there. Who is Cyril?
All right.
That's people, but they call it not my grandfather name
I
plenty.
keep hearing this.
Cyril.
I don't know if I missed the memo of that.
Yes, Cyril is Tanika grandfather, but he's also he's also who we use as our
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
representative, right?
Yeah.
So big up Cyril.
I'm a song in the grave now.
The song better, you know.
Big up Cyril. Yeah, it's I love it, Big Al. I love how you put out it. It is song better, you know.
Yeah.
And it have a nice thing to it. But like I was saying, there's the purpose, guys. There's what the President Resi morning show is about. These are the conversations we want to have. You understand? We want to put forth this kind of and you know we'll get kicks how we just get kicks while doing it. Trust me, we know we're going to get kicks. So we going into I had to pull up my script because I want to add a little this thing. Anyway, the ad will be going up really soon, but this portion of it is being brought to you by Fire Chef Superb Soups, and that's the one and only Fireball and his lovely wife.
Fireball again.
What going on here? We use more Fireball than Fireball. Fireball, I'm not trying.
Bro,
Fireball, I'm like he trying to.
Fireball, let's go.
Fireball, like,
break my voice box.
He trying
I
to.
can't do a Fireball.
He trying to
Fireball
size up all.
I got.
Yeah, but I find it so.
I find it kind of
Far more than voice. That was bad enough.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't Fireball.
So good vibes of the day brought to you by Fire Chef Super Soups, located in Arima number 2 Farfan Street. Available on Saturdays from 10 a.m. until sold out. Problem is it is sell out fast. If you're not early, I don't know what to tell you.
Yep.
Right? Anne-Marie says she's watching from work and she's scared they're going to fire her. Anne-Marie, every day I say it. Anne-Marie, if you're watching from work and your boss asked me where you was, I go have to tell your boss, well, yeah, she was really inside here and she was thinking, and she didn't send no gifts, she didn't say nothing. So
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
You understand?
Boldface and Boldface.
Boldface
Yes,
and
Wendell.
Marie. You understand?
Go check
I'm
Fireboy.
getting
Yep.
into my favorite part of the thing. Good vibes of the days. Big Al, you last. So I'll go into KK. Good vibes. KK into
Use
whole
your
day.
obstacle.
Say it again.
Use your obstacles to motivate you to learn and grow.
Use your obstacles to motivate you to learn and grow. I love that. And all in the comments, let me know where's all the good vibes of the day. If all I had to tell somebody something to get them a good vibe, to send them away to a good vibe for the day, what would you tell them? All right, Dr. Q, is it good vibes for the day?
Good vibes for the day and be empathetic, be sympathetic, and be balanced in everything that you say and do. I know we have moments of crash outs and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, when you're in your normal capacity as a human being, you know that's not your personality.
Right.
You understand? And there's always time to grow and come out of certain things. That's my positive vibe.
Love it.
Love it.
Love that.
Dale, good vibes of the day.
Good vibes of the day.
Don't base your success on persons who you think are influencers and can't even influence themselves.
Jesus Christ, Dale. Dale, we say good vibes of the day. We didn't say good shade of the day, but I will take it. I will take it. We go accept it.
But that's a good one. But
we go accept it. We go accept it this time. Tanika, good vibes of the day.
My good vibes of the day is do unto others and have them do unto you. What it is that you wouldn't like to yourself, don't do it to others.
Just
Be
nice.
kind.
Tanika, could get out one more time, please.
Do unto others as you have them do unto you. What you would like for yourself, don't do it to others.
Don't do it to others. That is very important. Because do so, don't like so. You understand? All they like to do people thing and all they don't like when they do it to you. Kevin
says,
just now. Yeah, read Kevin out for me, please.
Kevin says every Judas has a price. What is yours?
Some all your good vibes of the day kind of laced with some kind of things to think about, there, boy.
Yeah, boy. Like
Fireball, good vibes of the day. This is your segment that you're paying for. What is the good vibes of the day?
Good vibes of the day is well, I agree with do unto others as you want them to do unto you. And stand up and say something. You know, say something. Say something. Because you never know who is listening and you never know how it can impact a situation. Being quiet about what you're saying.
You see that? Ooh.
Being quiet about what you're saying as it gets worse.
That's important.
You is probably part of the blame if you're keeping quiet.
I love
You
that.
know.
I love that. Stacy Celestin said, eat little and live long. I used to hear that so much growing up and I love that. Eat little and live long. Let me bang
Eat
belly.
little, live long.
Culinary Beauty, what is your good vibes of the day?
Money doesn't make a man. Character, integrity, purpose, and mindset does.
Money doesn't make a man. One more time, Shan. Character.
Character, integrity, purpose, and mindset does.
Yeah, boy.
Clock that. Clock that.
And you know the star of the show when it comes to good vibes of the day. Big Al.
Nah, I had to get mine before.
Oh, you didn't go? I thought you went.
The read Kevin on. So my own is simple. Feed your mind greatness to become great.
Feed your mind
simple
greatness
as
to
that.
become great.
At the end of the day, if you put trash in here, it's only trash that will come out of here. If you put greatness in here, it's only greatness that will come out of here. So feed your mind greatness to
become great. I love that. I love that. And Big Al.
The man, the mid-election.
The mid-election. Big Al. Yeah, fanfare there.
Fanfare, man.
Listen, today it ain't all that special.
Yes, no,
Today
Big Al.
we went
Let me set you up good day, Big Al.
It's always special.
Go ahead, Big Al.
Hey,
You're wasting the music, Big Al.
egg in foul bottom.
Wait, say
What's that? What is?
Say that again.
Well, people that say,
Yeah.
don't count egg in foul bottom.
Don't count egg in foul bottom.
Count egg in foul bottom.
Can you explain what that means, please?
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I was just about to.
You see, sometimes you don't know what's coming out of the foul bottom. It could be egg.
All right, Fireball. Great having you as usual.
All right, Fireball. Sometimes you don't know what's coming out of the foul bottom. It could be egg. Or it could be shit.
Right,
Or it could
right.
be shit.
So
don't count it before you have it. Cheers.
So, Big Al, could that apply to people who just watch how much coins they have on TikTok?
You mean Cyril Cheren? You mean Cyril Cheren?
It's people that like to watch how much coins they get on TikTok, you know, and tell you, yeah, you get
Cyril
paid.
Oh God, I
You
feel
get
you're throwing
paid.
that at somebody.
I just
feel
want to
Cyril
know,
Cheren.
because you understand? I don't know, I feel like they just be counting your coins and telling you, well, yeah, this one give you a Galaxy, and this one give you a money gun, so
Look,
yeah, money.
Look, SM Resources got a good one there, Prezi. Every valley
Leads to a higher peak. I love that. You know, you could be low today, you could be up today, you could be on a high today, and then you'll go down low. But you know what? You ain't gonna be low forever, you go back up, you'll get back up there.
Never.
And it will be higher than where you was
Never.
before. You understand? You understand?
That's right.
Keep the faith. And also in the vein of keeping the faith, with what we talk about with the vulgarity in the culture, the bouillon and stuff. Everybody from that Dominica does not subscribe to, you know, what's going on with the vulgarity in the bouillon. There is a pure form of bouillon, for lack of a better word. Look it up, do your research, and you can find these things. Also,
That's some good bouillon there.
also, with respect to our Trinbagonian artists and stuff, they might start off one way, but you have to just be there and be patient for the evolution. They might start off with the Trinidad and the gun thing and whatever, and they may blossom into another Marshall Montano, another Bungie Garland. You know, they have to do better, but you know, they have to do better. But comfort is the enemy of growth. Get uncomfortable. Love that. All of those stick. So this has been another edition of President Resi Morning Show. You guys have been great. Ole behave yourself for the most part. And we have some good, really good things coming down the pipe. Huh?
We cannot be able.
No, don't do it. Let me wrap this up real quick. You guys
let me
have
just
been
say
great.
one thing. Let me just say one thing.
Oh,
you see
Lord.
how Jay asked that? it shows how we could really behave ourselves. Because guess what? Prezi said something that stood out to me. He said, imagine I have to create a next show, a Resi show for all it to behave all itself. He said that. I heard it. I don't know if it fly over anybody yet.
No,
but
it
it
didn't.
fly over mine. Right? He
No,
have
because-
his rules. No, just now. He have his rules, and we have to abide by them once we want to be inside of here.
Right.
So it says
Simple.
It says when any of us want to go live and we have rules for our lives, we all need to abide by them.
By the rules of our
Right?
life, yep.
So if somebody say alright, if somebody say alright, we ain't cussing today, we ain't bacalana nobody today, alright, so it shall be. If somebody say alright, we taking it down with all the cuss words and with this and with that. Fine. If somebody say, Shan, don't come in and cut the don't come and cut the live today, I will behave myself.
Please don't
Right?
cut the live, because Shan could cut a live. I don't want to tell it only from the first 5 minutes our live start. Shan could just say one thing and the live cut. Only we now start, but all right, have a nice day and we gone. And I just want to tell Ole, now kudos to you all here. Let me give you all a little clap. And when I talk about the collective, the team, you understand? You guys in the comments, you've been great too. Even the little weirdos who come in, the users and them, all they've been pretty good. You haven't had to block too many, all they've been pretty good. I had to get Jack the jacket. But you see, my band of rowdy rebels, all they're real bad, you know. When it's time to get on bad, we just real get on bad on the people happen.
I don't know where they get the idea from. I don't.
Pour a hemplo. No. All right, I'm not pulling out yourself. I want all you to pay attention on YouTube.
I'm just being.
Look for our podcast, Cut the Live. And as always, forget to add that Cut the Live thing. Cut the Live podcast. We have another one coming real soon. Cut the Live on YouTube. Guys, Cut C-U-T-D, the letter D, and Live, L-I-V-E. Cut the Live podcast. And just watch some of the past shows, and you're going to see how all the people who say not me.
You want to see J Lion misbehave? Come over and cut it.
You understand?
Are they having a guest next time or?
On Cut the Live?
Yeah. We had to reinvite that guest, you know, because I missed that guest last time and I missed that guest.
Boy, I out of that.
You could go and watch the replay.
We had to talk to HR
about
that.
Replay, but I want to talk to that guest personally.
That's about my pedigree. I know. Guys, you have been great. Let me get out of here. I want to wash my bottom. Let me
Oh God!
Guys, what the man say? All I got.
Later. Peace, love, respect.